Billy knew that I wanted a dog, so he dropped the dog off at my house with the dog bed, a collar, and his bowl. That was all.
Then there's some communication on the 22nd and the 24th about the dog's health.
That's correct.
Right, because the dog had been bleeding.
Yes.
And so you asked for some information about why the dog was bleeding.
That's correct.
Then on January 5th is when your friend contacts you and says, my boy's out of jail, he wants the dog back. And you respond, no, LOL, you gave me the dog, he's mine. I told you that when you dropped him off. What did you tell him?
That you cannot just keep passing around a dog, because dogs are humans. And at the end of the day, you cannot switch
Dogs
their
are not
homes.
humans.
Dogs are not humans. However, in the day, they do have
human.
feelings. And as
Dogs
well
have feelings. They're animals.
Yes.
We love them. They're family members.
That's
They're
correct.
pets that we care for.
That's correct. And they're a part of our families.
But if it was your understanding from the day that he was dropped off that he was now yours, why are all your communications in December about him getting the dog back?
No, the communication was more so about, are you going to help me with the dog? Because if you're not going to reimburse me, and now we're going to the new year, I've now been taking care of this dog. I've now helped him back to
But
good
it had
health.
been less than a month before this individual told you it was time to give him back.
Yes, he didn't give a time frame on when the plaintiff was getting out of jail.
Mr. John, my understanding is that the dog, he had some problems.
No, they changed his food.
Okay, they
They
changed
changed his food. That's the reason why. I don't change Scar food. I told him,
hold on. Sorry.
I told him what food to get for him. And I told him where my money is in my house so that I can take it and get his food.
So the dog needed special food.
Yes.
And if he
they
didn't
changed
have
food.
the special food,
You
he
can't
would have
change
certain
because
problems.
he's going to start having a running stomach.
And he would bleed.
Yes, that's when he poop. Because I took my dog to the vet. I paid every month. I'm still paying for his vet. Scar was with me in Los Angeles on December before I got into the situation when I got back to Atlanta. He moved with me everywhere I go. So any issue, I call him. I always ask him, hope my dog is safe, hope my dog is safe. So, you know, when I got her, I asked him, where's my dog now? I really want my dog. He said he's been trying to get a hold of her. She don't want to visit.
Yes, all right, hold on. And that's where we're going to step into the second piece of the story, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Judge Corriero.
Your defense is that the plaintiff willfully gave up his right to the dog. What do you base that on?
The friend, Billy, told me that the dog was actually in the house for a couple of days, so he had to clean up. Yeah. That, in my mind, questioned how long has the dog been abandoned in a home, as well as has he been eating, what's going on. He's tore up the house, so clearly he's been running around.
He made certain assumptions.
Yes.
Did he say that he fed the dog?
He did not.
Did he give you food for the dog?
He gave me jollof rice.
Excuse me?
Jollof rice is a spicy rice. It's not supposed to be given to dogs.
Is that what you feed your dog?
No, I make like brown rice with, I make the dog food.
So you're basing your belief that he neglected the dog because your friend gave you this rice, which the plaintiff claims, of course, he would never have given his dog that rice. You also say that he neglected the dog because someone gave him bones.
That is correct.
He wasn't supposed to eat.
Yes.
Where did you come up with that?
So when I took him to the vet, he actually had urinated and also had species that came on the ground. And in the process of doing it, that's when they ran tests and they actually found bones. He was bleeding from his rectum. He also had an inflamed cyst that was also causing him pain, which the vet had also gave an analysis on.
And I read the
so it was multiple things that were going on with the dog.
I just want to read the only text that I'm aware of that the plaintiff sent to you, and by the way, your account is suing the plaintiff for harassment.
That's correct.
Is this text. And it's made on February 27th. Which is about how many days after you get out of jail?
20 days.
Like 21 days.
So this is what he texts you. My name is Damilola.
Yes, sir.
I'm a friend of Billy. He gave you my dog when I had a situation going on because I asked him to keep it for me. He said, you have it, that you are asking for me to send you $500 back before I can get my dog. So I'm asking, when can be a good time for us to meet and give you the money to get my dog back? What is your response to that?
Mr. Damilola was calling me from unknown numbers. Then he sent that message, and at 9 a.m. he then popped up at my house.
So you don't have an answer?